You ever have one of those mornings where the world just decides to test you? I'm talking about the kind where you step outside, coffee still warm in your hand, ready to tackle the day, only to find a shiny new Porsche Cayenne parked right in front of your barn door, blocking the only way to get your tractor out. That was my morning, and that Porsche belonged to none other than Linda, the HOA president who thought she ruled our little corner of Willow Creek like it was her personal kingdom. I'm Jake, been working this 40-acre farm in central Tennessee my whole life, 47 years to be exact. This land's more than dirt and fences to mites my dad's calloused hands teaching me to drive a tractor, my grandpa's stories about surviving the Dust Bowl, the barn my family built board by board back when neighbors helped each other instead of pointing fingers. But these days, Willow Creek's changed. City folks started moving in, lured by cheap taxes and dreams of country charm, bringing their manicured lawns and HOA rulebooks thicker than a Bible. And Linda? She was their ringleader, strutting around with her clipboard like it was a scepter, ready to smite anyone who didn't mow their grass to her exact specifications. It wasn't always war between us, but Linda had a knack for turning molehills into mountains. First time she showed up, she squinted at my barn like it was a pile of junk, saying, "This structure doesn't align with community standards, Jake. It's rustic. Rustic." That's what she called a barn that stood through floods, storms, and a fire in '98. I laughed it off, told her it's been here longer than her cul-de-sac mansion. Big mistake. From then on, she was on a mission. My chickens were too loud, my hay bales too messy, my tractor's rumble too disruptive for her yoga sessions. Once, she demanded I cover my haystacks because they ruined the view from her deck. I asked if she wanted me to knit sweaters for my cows, too. She didn't laugh. See, Linda wasn't just about rules, she was about control. She'd roll into HOA meetings with her posse, all nodding along as she preached about property values and modernizing the neighborhood. I heard her whispers at those meetings, little jabs like maybe Jake should sell. A nice subdivision could really clean up this area. Clean up. Like my life's work was a stain she could wipe away with her fancy perfume and a lawyer on speed dial. I tried keeping the peace, fixed fences, quieted my dogs, even stopped blasting Merle Haggard at dawn. But nothing satisfied her. To Linda, my farm wasn't heritage, it was a blight. That morning, seeing her Porsche parked like a barricade across my barn door, I knew it wasn't just bad parking. It was a power move, plain and simple. She leaned against that car, sipping some overpriced latte, her designer sunglasses glinting in the sun, smirking like she'd already won. "Morning, Jake," she called, voice sweet as poison. "Just parked here while my driveway's being redone. You don't mind, do you? Mind? That barn door's the lifeline of my farm blocket. And my cattle don't eat, my hay doesn't move, my whole operation grinds to a halt." I took a breath, kept my cool. "Linda, this ain't a parking lot. I need to get my tractor out. Move it. Now." She tilted her head, fake innocence dripping. "Oh, come on, Jake. Your cows can wait a few hours. It's not like they're punching a clock." She laughed, sharp and mean, like my life was her personal punchline. I felt my fist clench, but I tried one more time. "Linda, my cattle need feeding. This isn't a game. Move the car." She waved me off, manicured nails flashing. "You're so dramatic. Maybe it's time you updated this farm thing. It's not really fitting in anymore." That was a dagger behind her smile. This wasn't about her driveway. It was about her wanting me gone, my land paved over for cookie-cutter houses with names like Serenity Hills. I turned away, her laughter chasing me like a swarm of bees. I could have yelled, could have called her out right there, but Linda thrived on arguments twist my words into an HOA violation faster than you can say bylaws. So I tried the high road. I called the sheriff's office, got Deputy Carter on the line, a good kid, but greener than my John Deere. I explained the situation, how Linda's car was choking my farm. He sighed. "Jake, sounds like an HOA dispute. Unless she's trespassing, my hands are tied." I hung up, frustration boiling. Linda, still perched on her Porsche, winked. Told you, Jake. Sheriff's on speed dial. My husband's a big donor. By then, neighbors were poking their heads out, phones in hand. Whispering like this was the hottest gossip since Mrs. Thompson's dog ate the mayor's tulips. I marched to an HOA meeting that night, laid out my case how Linda's car was starving my cattle, killing my work. She cut me off, smirking. It's temporary, Jake. Don't be so sensitive. Your animals won't keel over in a day. The board, her loyal minions, chuckled. One guy, Greg, piped up, maybe you could compromise, Jake. Her guests add value to the community. Value? A $100,000 car blocking my barn door was value? I left that meeting with nothing but a headache and the sound of Linda's smug giggle in my ears. Next morning, that Porsche was still there, gleaming like a taunt. My cattle were pacing, hungry, their lowing like a knife in my gut. I tried one last time, walked up to her, hands up like a white flag. Linda, let's end this. Move the car, and we're good. She lowered her glasses, eyes cold. Jake, your farm's the problem, not my car. It's dragging us all down. Sell it, move on. This is a civilized neighborhood now. That hit deep not because she was right, but because she spat on everything I'd built, everything my family bled for. I didn't yell. I just turned, walked to my shed, her laughter trailing me like a bad smell. That's when I knew words were useless. Linda spoke HOA, I spoke horsepower. My John Deere, that old green beast, had pulled me through storms, hauled hay taller than my house, yanked stumps out of the ground like they were toothpicks. It wasn't just a tractor, it was my partner, my family. I climbed into the cab, the seat worn to fit me like a glove, and turned the key. The engine roared to life, shaking the shed, scattering chickens, making the air itself hum. Linda glanced up, her smirk fading for the first time. Neighbors lined the fence, phones out, sensing a showdown. I rolled the tractor out, slow and steady, the ground trembling under its weight. Linda hopped off her car, hands on hips. Jake, you wouldn't dare touch my Porsche. That's a six-figure vehicle. You'll be in court for years. I leaned out the cab, voice calm as a summer pond. Then move it. Her jaw tightened. No, the crowd gasped, half thrilled, half terrified. I didn't blink, just lowered the front loader, its steel bucket glinting like a blade. Linda's face went white. Jake, stop. You're insane. But I was done with her games. I inched forward, the tractor's growl drowning out her screams. The bucket kissed the Porsche's hood with a crunch that echoed like a gunshot. The crowd erupted gasps, cheers, a few nervous laughs. The hood crumpled, chrome snapping off like cheap plastic. Linda staggered back, clutching her hair. My car. Do you know what that's worth? I pushed harder, the windshield shattering into a glittering spray, tires squealing as the frames sank into the dirt. The Porsche's alarm wailed, pathetic against the tractor's roar. I backed up, then rolled forward again, grinding that luxury toy into a twisted heap leather seats torn, airbags popping like confetti. Linda fell to her knees, mascara streaking, screaming about lawsuits, jail, her husband's wrath. I climbed down, boots hitting the ground hard, and looked at her. You should have moved it when I asked. The neighbors roared laughter, applause, even old Mr. Dawson whistling like he was a rodeo. About time someone showed her, he hollered. Linda's threats kept coming, but they sounded hollow, like a dog barking from a cage. Deputy Carter pulled up, eyes wide at the wreckage. He circled the mess, notepad out, try not to grin. Jake, what the hell happened? I shrugged. Car blocked my barn. Asked her to move it. She didn't. Tractor needed out. I handed him a folded paper from my pocket, a state law about protecting farm operations. Check the Agricultural Protection Act, deputy. Blocking livestock access ain't exactly legal. Carter scanned it, nodded slow. Linda, I'm citing you for obstruction. Jake, file an insurance claim, but looks like you're in the clear. The crowd cheered louder. Neighbors I hadn't spoken to in years of slapping my back, calling Linda out for years of bullying her fines, her threats, her HOA tyranny. Linda stood there, shaking, her empire crumbling as the neighbors turned on her. That Porsche, her shiny throne, was just scrapped now, towed off the next day, leaving a scarred patch of dirt I didn't bother fixing. It's still there, a reminder of the day I fought back. The HOA ousted Linda as president a week later, fed up with her reign. The farm's quiet now, barn door wide open, cattle fed, hay stacked. I sit on my porch some nights, sipping tea, the tractor gleaming in the moonlight, a smear of Porsche paint still on its bucket like a battle scar. Linda's gone quiet, but I know she's out there plotting, waiting. Let her come. I've got the law, the neighbors, and a tractor that doesn't back down. So what do you think? Was I right to roll over her car? Or did I go too far? Ever had a Linda in your life? Someone who thought they could bully you out of what's yours? Drop your story in the comments. I want to hear it. And if you like this tale of tractor justice, hit that subscribe button, because trust me, out here in Willow Creek, the drama's never done.